it's Hananiah. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm putting together some flower arrangements today. I have wanted some fresh cut flowers for a while, and so I went to my local Publix to get some, and I found this really pretty pastel palette, and I'm really excited to put it together with these vases that I found at my local Goodwill. If you're more interested in watching the Lemon Posset recipe, then you can skip ahead to 2 minutes and 39 seconds. But for those of us who like flowers, stick around. So I've already added the flower food packets that come with the flowers into the vases, and then I put a cap full of bleach into my water. I don't know what the ratio is, I kind of just eyeballed it, but supposedly the bleach is going to help with keeping down bacteria and mold and help my flowers to last longer. I've been following a lot of florists on Instagram and TikTok and trying to take those tips to get nice arrangements that last long. So picking off the petals, the outer petals of my roses, and then giving them like a little twirl is supposed to help fluff them up, and cutting the stems on an angle and removing the leaves is supposed to help keep the arrangement from getting mold, and also the flower food and the water to like keep nourishing it, like giving it energy. I don't know, that's what they say, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. I'm curious to know what other people's favorite flowers are. I think that roses are pretty, of course, but I think that there are just so many different varieties. Like, I love magnolias. I used to have a magnolia tree. I love gardenias and hydrangeas, fragrant, big blooming flowers. I love, I think carnations are underrated. They're so pretty, like when they're opened up. I think that they get like the short end of the stick in the flower world. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But leave a comment down below what your favorite flower is. Okay, so my camera died on me midway through making the flower arrangements, and then my microphone stopped working on my voiceover, so I have to use the computer audio instead. I apologize for the change in the quality of sound, but I'm just gonna go ahead and set the table here and make a nice little tablescape. I wish I had had some more elements like some linen napkins to really decorate it, but it turned out fine. And then I put the second arrangement on my coffee table in my living room. I'm going to go ahead and start my lemon posset 3 ways. So I did a traditional, which is just the lemon flavor, strawberry, and then also blueberry. I just happened to have some fresh strawberries and blueberries on hand that were about to go bad in my fridge, so I thought, why not use them in this way? So I went ahead and diced up my strawberries, and I am zesting 1 whole lemon. I used probably a cup of strawberries and just about a cup. And then in order to make the presentation that I wanted, so I used the lemon skins. So I just cut around the edge. I found this to be the easiest way to pop out the insides of the lemon. So I just cut around it and then popped it out with a spoon gently. I was trying to be gentle so as to not make any holes in the skin, otherwise the liquid will leak out. And then the second step here, there was 2 ways. I saw a video where they started mashing the lemon juice with a potato masher. That was just really tedious, so I stopped a few minutes in and just chucked it all in the blender, and I found that to be so much faster. Yeah, it's an extra step of cleaning, having to clean the blender, but for me it worked out better. So I'm just gonna go ahead and strain that mixture. You can see on both ends. I mean, to me, I felt like the blender was much quicker than trying to do it the way somebody else did it. So I'm going to take that cup of strawberries and blend it down into a puree in my little Hamilton Beach food processor. And now I'm going to struggle to get it out because I am not left-handed, but I want you guys to see. And I'm just going to repeat the same steps with making the blueberry puree as the strawberry, just separately. So I'm just going to take those fresh blueberries and blend them down in the food processor and set them to the side so that I can put them on the stove with some sugar and a few other ingredients to kind of punch up the flavor. Okay, so for the blueberry puree, I added in a little bit of that lemon zest that I had set to the side earlier, just a pinch, and then I also added in a pinch of the fresh squeezed lemon juice to add a little bit of acidity to that blueberry puree, which is pretty sweet. And then for the strawberry puree, I added about a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar and 2 tablespoons of sugar, and I also added a little bit of dried basil, about a teaspoon. If I had fresh basil, I would have added that instead, but I did not have fresh basil. And again, that's just to add a little bit more complexity to these particular elements, the strawberry and the blueberry. So you can do that or you cannot. It's just I decided to do that. I added about 1 1/4 cups of heavy cream to a small pot on the stove on medium heat, and then put in that fresh lemon zest from earlier that I had set aside. And for all of these measurements, I had looked at videos and looked at the measurements, and then I kind of just eyeballed them. So here I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. I didn't follow to the T other recipes, I just kind of winged it. And then I have a 1/2 cup of cane sugar, organic cane sugar, that I put into it. And then that is going to be a 1/2 cup of lemon juice. And I'm going to take that heat off. Now I got impatient and I did not stir it long enough to let all of the sugar completely dissolve, which you can see there. So please don't be like me and give your mixture time to completely dissolve the sugar. I just really wanted to get to the end part where I can eat it. And here I'm going to go ahead and fill the bottom of the lemon skins with my strawberry and blueberry mixture separately. If you want to get feisty, you can mix them together, create a mixed berry or something, but I wanted 3 separate distinct flavors. So I took about 2 teaspoons of each at the bottom and then mixed it with about a teaspoon of the lemon cream. Mix that in together and then let it chill for 20 minutes before I topped it just with the lemon cream mixture on top, and then let that freeze for 2 hours. Here I'm making a vegan version of this recipe. I didn't look it up. I just decided to substitute coconut milk for heavy cream. I made it for my roommate who eats vegan, and I wanted to be able to share it with her. She said she really enjoyed it. So the only difference here is that I'm adding coconut cream instead of heavy cream. I'm still going to go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of lemon juice. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I made a smaller batch for her. So I added 1/2 cup of coconut milk, and then a teaspoon of vanilla, and then I added let's see, 1/2 cup, not really, more of a 1/4 cup of sugar. And a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Here's how the dessert turned out. These were so delicious. I'm not exaggerating. Please try them. If you like this video, please like it. Please leave a comment down below and consider subscribing to my channel. Till next time.